Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we look at Youjo Senki Episode 5, or Tanya of the Evil Episode 5. And this was probably one of my favorite episodes of this series so far, because it kind of brought to light something that I've been thinking about since the very beginning, and I was wondering if this is a possibility. And I'll go into detail of what I mean by that in a little while, but this is something I finally think is actually the reality of the show. And I really do like this episode though, because it was a little bit of comedy, a little bit of serious action, and of course, like I said, it had the revelation at one point that was very subtle. And I want to talk to you guys and girls because I would love to hear your comments on it. So when I talk about it, I'll tell you guys, put in the comments below what your thoughts are of that part. Anyways, the episode begins with Tanya getting her first battalion finally. And the concept of getting her first battalion means that now she has to train people and get people into it, obviously, but she wants the best of the best. And what's funny about this is how she actually handles getting everyone in the battalion in the first part, because as you see from the image right there, she has tons and tons of failures. And the reason being is that she's actually really looking for someone that realizes that first and foremost, her first trick or first test is at the interview process, because at the interview process, all the person that's actually sitting there trying to interview the person is actually a hologram slash illusion magic, and it's using a voice modifier and everything else, and she's standing right behind it. And guess what, they're failing it because they don't even notice that that's what it is. So she's like, yeah, I don't want anyone that's really weak in magic to be with my team. But the rest of the group goes, hey, listen, we need more people. We can't have this where it's a little bit too hard of a test, maybe. So dumb it down a little bit. Even if you have to get rough, do it. She goes, how long you gonna need? And she goes, all I need 1 month. And they're all surprised because it's like it takes at least a few years to train a soldier, they say, and etc. But she's like, no, I just need a month. So what she does is she gets a whole bunch of battalion mages and has them essentially run a gauntlet of her going, hey, listen, you're gonna have to get through this enemy territory without being noticed. And guess what? If you try to use magic at any time and I notice it, I'm gonna shoot down a real artillery strike on you, which she did right away on them. Actually, she shot down missiles and magic spells and stuff like that on them, even though this is these are real people. So they were all scared. A lot of them didn't make it through. Like, a lot of them failed the test, but there was a decent handful of people that did pass. And what brings it to the point is the first actual main area. This is where I kind of want to talk to you guys and girls about this. The first battle that this battalion has is against the quote-unquote evading troop. So they go down, and Tanya makes a suggestion that one thing that sucks about them is the fact that they are the air superiority, so the rest of the group that's invading has no chance because of the fact that, hey, air superiority is a big thing of the World War. I mean, if you go into history, World War II was won in a decent margin by air superiority. So it's interesting that they're kind of making that reference to this, because they are really trying to go into the World War concept. Now, what I find interesting though is one line that one of the other people says, and one thing Tanya says. Tanya goes, "Why is it that it feels like we're the ones invading more than these people, because of the way that they're coming in very unarmed and stuff looks like that? They're not really. By the way, I apologize. I think I stuttered with that. They're not coming in with guns blazing per se. They're not really looking like they're ready to go into a battle. They look like they just came into a battle out of nowhere." And that is weird for someone that's invading, because if you think about it, invading troops would be well prepared. They would have, huge armies. They would have some form of, battlement that they could actually use to attack. And this group that they're fighting right here is just guns. That's all they are, just guns and a few soldiers. That is a weird thing right there. So I'm thinking that actually Tanya is part of the invading force. Because think about it this way too, is that, God is supposed to be the one that's controlling her and telling her what to do and where to go, right? So why would God tell her to invade, why would God put her on a force that's fighting for without any other reason? So there must be some ulterior motive here, and there must be the fact that most likely I'm thinking that she's going to realize at one point that they're the invaders, and maybe have to either choose to side with the opposing force or not. But right now, Tanya's doing a horrible job of being nice, because what she actually does is she attacks a village nearby and starts raining down bullets and magic attacks on them. Tanya's evil and a psycho. I mean, that's why I have the thumbnail I had for this episode in general. But anyways, guys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I did. I really thought it was one of the better episodes so far of Tanya the Evil. I would love to hear your comments below. I will talk to you guys later in my Blue Exorcist live review, because I'm doing that in a little while, probably an hour. So I'll see you there. Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.